The People's Democratic Party, the Coalition of United Political Parties, and the Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership have expressed opposition to a proposal by the wife of President Muhammadu Buhari, Aisha, to establish a private university to be known as Muhammadu Buhari University. Aisha had, during a town hall meeting recently in Yola, Adamawa State, organized by her in collaboration with Concerned Indigenes of Adamawa, disclosed her plans for the private university. Still with me is the Executive Chairman, Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership, Debo Adeniran. Thank you very much for staying with us.
It's my pleasure.
So, your organization vehemently opposes the proposed university. What is your reason?
Well, thank you very much. The first reason is that our experience with private university does not show that they have all-round education. They don't have all-round development in in their trainees. Okay, the university system does not reflect, you don't see the aura, around their products. They are like, what you call a Greek fowls. They don't have all that. So meaning that they engage in rote learning more or less. So they don't get, their worldview is so narrow. That is one. Then when you look at public officials establishing private universities, what they try to do, they now neglect the public universities to rot away. If you go to first generation of universities, UI, OAU, Ahmadu Bello, Nzuka, and the rest of them, they are caricature of what they used to be. That is because all of those that were leading us, Obasanjo, Atiku, all of them have established, private universities. So when they have private universities, and if they do not bring down the quality in the public universities, there is not likely to, they are not likely to have adequate...
You're practically accusing them of sabotage.
Of course, that is sabotage that they are constituting, because they are influential, they are also powerful, and they have, all the craftiness, if there's anything like that, to make things go wrong in the public sector, so that the private sector will be the only available option. And what they want to do is to make profit out of it. When their forerunners, talking about Obafemi Awolowo, Ahmadu Bello, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and all that, when they were establishing university, they didn't name it after them. They didn't make it a family business. They established it for the purpose of having an all-round education, okay, technical, scientific, moral, and all that. Wouldn't you say that's the same
reason the wife of the president thinks?
So if the wife of the president that is supposed to be a kind of model, for decency in government, is now going into the same thing that we had condemned. As a matter of fact, we have recommended that all private universities should be shut down or taken over by the government, so that every child will be treated like a child. Nobody will be given. Are you being realistic? Really? No, it is not. It is really not realistic within the capitalist system that we are running, because some of them see that if their children, goes to the same university with the children of the poor ones, they will have compassion over their less privileged ones, and those who enjoy being oppressors will not have their way with their children. They don't want that. Two, they don't want a leveler, okay, so that they will say that, oh, you have access to quality education that my child also have to. Because most of the time, it is children from humble background that make brilliant, grades when they attend the same university with those of rich people. So they don't want that. They want that class, distinction, so that the poor will continue to be the hewers of their wood and fetchers of their water, while they lord it over the rest of us. That should be arbitrated by a sincere and altruistic government. What we are saying is that the system should change from that encourage, the the class, I mean, the class distinction, the gauge between the haves and have-nots to a level that everybody will be equal before the law. We have equal opportunity. We have equal access to everything that is available. As long as you have good intelligence, you have your senses where they belong, then you should have opportunity to aspire as far as you can be, I mean, you can be allowed to go. And we are even saying that education should be made free at all levels for everybody that can cope with tertiary education. It should also be made free. Nigeria can afford it because education, the right to education should be viewed as being second to right to life. If somebody doesn't have good education, he's half dead. And that is why we are saying that private sectors are destroying public, private sector in education are destroying the public sector. And
I was going to ask you whether having more universities will help the system, but you're...